Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to use the knowledge book in Minecraft. So if you like Minecraft videos like this one, then please make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft tutorials like this one in the future. And so today we'll be covering this item right here, the knowledge book, and it can be used to grant recipes to players. And so sadly for now, the knowledge book is only available in Minecraft Java Edition. That means you can only use this tutorial if you play on Minecraft Java Edition and not if you play on Bedrock Edition or any console edition like that. Sadly, this is a Java Edition exclusive feature. So maybe you think you've not seen this item before, but I think you probably have, because if you open, for example, a crafting table, there is the item right here, the knowledge book, which if you click on it, lets you search through all the recipes in the game. Once you've obtained the recipes, of course. So for example, if I get some oak logs, I unlock recipes, as you can see in the toast in the top right, to craft both wood and planks, which are now here in the recipe book. And I can use them to get automatically the crafting recipe for all different types of items. And if I craft sticks, I get even more items in my recipe book. However, of course, this icon is not necessarily the same as an item in your inventory, because this is an actual knowledge book, which can be put in the crafting table. It can't craft anything, but it has another useful use, and that is to grant recipes to players. And so as you saw before, recipes are usually granted by getting certain items into your inventory. They can also be granted by getting a fixed number of items in your inventory, for example for a chest, or if you touch water you will get the recipe for a boat. But knowledge books provide another way to grant players recipes, but sadly they are not part of the creative inventory, not even in the operator utilities tab, as you can see here. No, the only way to get them is by using the command /give yourself a knowledge book, like this, and this will give yourself one of those knowledge books. Now on its own will not do anything because it doesn't have any recipes on its own. You have to actually give it the recipes. So I have an example of that right here. So if I use this command block, I will get a knowledge book, and this is a special knowledge book because it has an MBT tag. And so that means that if I right click this book, I will now have learned the recipe for a lead. So indeed, if we go into the crafting table, there's now the lead recipe right there. And I know exactly what kind of materials I need to get to craft 2 leads. So this can be really useful if you want the player to learn a specific recipe, so they don't have to look it up and don't even have to get the materials first. Could be very useful in map making. Now let's take a look at the command that we used to get this special knowledge book. So it's not that long of a command, it's just /give the nearest player in this case, which is @p. We give ourselves a knowledge book, and this knowledge book has the following recipes. So recipes, colon, square bracket, quotation marks, Minecraft lead, and that's it. That just gives you a knowledge book that can learn you the recipe for a lead. And of course you can change out this lead for any item in the game you want. Let's say you want to learn the recipe of the beacon. Press the button, we get a knowledge book with the beacon recipe. Now if we go into survival mode, for example, and right click this knowledge book, we get the recipe for the beacon and it uses up the knowledge book. As you can see, that's how it works in survival mode. And indeed we can now see the recipe for the beacon in our crafting table. Very nice. Now there is a small problem with this, and that is that the knowledge book itself doesn't actually tell you which recipe it will grant you. So in this case it's just knowledge book and it has an MBT tag. So to fix that, what you could do, for example, is add a lore to the knowledge book. So that is done over here if this command. So here's the original knowledge book, here's the new one, and now I've added a lore which says which recipe it actually contains. So it contains the lead recipe. Of course, we've already learned lead recipe, so we need to forget the lead recipe, and that is possible by using the following command: /recipe take the nearest player, that works, and lead. And so we do this, if we take the lead recipe from ourselves and now go back into the crafting table, we no longer know how to craft a lead here. So now we can use this second knowledge book. It says it contains lead, so let's try it out. And indeed we get the lead recipe. And so the lore is added like this. So we have knowledge book, display, lore, text, and then the text we want to add, so contains lead in this case. We set the color to dark purple and we make it bold and not italic, so italic is set to false. And then next we again add the recipe, being Minecraft lead. Now I will leave all the commands I show in this video in the description down below, so you can copy them from there so you don't make any mistakes in the syntax or anything like that, because that can happen quite easily. But of course let me know if you run into any more troubles when you're working with these commands. Now instead of just putting the text contains lead, what you could also do, for example, is maybe something like this, where instead of doing contains lead, you literally just add an image of a lead to the lore, just like this. So you know what kind of knowledge book it is. But even this you could take to the extreme, like this, which is a very detailed image of a lead in the lore. So I think it's clear which crafting recipe this book will grant you. And indeed, if we right click it, we get the recipe for the lead. But alright, that's enough fun with these nice lore images. If you want me to make a tutorial on how to create these, then let me know about it in the comments down below. But alright, let's move on, because there's 2 more things I want to show. So first of all, how do you add multiple recipes into one knowledge book? That is definitely possible. So for example, this knowledge book contains diamond and emerald blocks. And indeed, if we right click it, we get both the recipe for the diamond block and also that for the emerald block. And this can be as long as a list as you want. You can add as many recipes to a single knowledge book as you want. Here's the command. So now instead of recipes just being Minecraft lead, it's Minecraft diamond block, comma, Minecraft emerald block, and that is it. It's as simple as that. Alright, and then finally there is this last command block over here, which actually won't give me any recipes if I right click this. And that is because you can also use this for custom recipes. So I have not made any custom items or anything like that. But if you have made custom items and added them into Minecraft, you can also grant the player recipes for these custom items. So just put in the namespace before. Instead of Minecraft, just put custom item or whatever the namespace is for your custom items. And then a colon and then the name of that custom item. And this will actually allow you to easily teach the player what kind of items and materials you need for the specific custom recipes you've added to your game. The knowledge book would be perfect for just that. And so there we go. That is how to use the knowledge book in Minecraft. If you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe!